So, a different kind of video for old time's sake. Like I said, in a previous video, I broke down, but I'd already planned to buy organic cornmeal. Well, I have it. Now I have to put it away. I want it in jars because it's cornmeal. And it's organic. All right? So that's what we're going to be doing. And because I'm, doing what I've been doing, it's you don't want to get depressed, right? So basically went off and bought a bit of groceries, and now I have to vacuum seal the meat and get it in the freezer. So the big chore for the day is jar up some jars and then wash some more jars, which you'll see as we go about this video, and vacuum seal up the meat, get it in the freezer, among everything else that I do in a day. So hold on. Oh yes, and it's June 29th, 2022. Okay. So, on Amari and I, right Amari? We're trying something different here. I don't want to have him in diapers his whole life. Right? In terms of Pampers and those kind of things. So anyway, I have these kind. No. That I've had ever since Andre's been born, right? I bought them for Sierra. Anyway, I still have them, as you can see. I use myself personally the traditional cloth diaper that's just cotton in a rectangle shape, square shape piece of fabric with a diaper pin, right? So I got a whole bunch of diaper pins, right? Still haven't had time to what do you call it? Make the diapers in terms of cutting them and serging the edges, but that's okay. So anyway, he had his little bath. He was pretty good. So now we got him in a cloth diaper, which is a first for him, with undershorts to help hold it on. Otherwise, he'll try and rip it off, right? And he's like really kosher about it. Hey, Amari, it feels different, doesn't it? Completely different. And he's sitting on, there's a little blanket underneath here in case he has an accident. But I'm just wondering, if he ever can learn to distinguish between wet and dry. And if you could get into a routine of putting him on the toilet at certain times of the day, or even after, he has something to drink, and he drank a lot. I'm just wondering if he ever could work with you on that subject. I don't know. So we're gonna anyway do this for today. So, and then because it's warm and I got him in that, I'm gonna look for some fabric. I'm hoping I don't have to look too far for it, so I can start making something with this leather, right? So I think I'm going to fit that in today in between doing jars and meat. All right? Because I can measure his legs now. I'm going to measure his legs now that they're out and in the air, free. All right? Because the house is warm. I'll measure his legs. And then we've got April and her little girl's box right there. Do you see? That's the box. Okay? I look at that box every day. But what happens is, because my living space isn't very big, you can see this is Amari's wheelchair. And when my grandkids come over, like little AMA, I brought that out for her, and then, more things come out, and, so there's only so much I can do in a day. So in the meantime, we're going to find the measuring tape, some kind of fabric, so I can try and make a pattern here and try and put something together, because he's going to go see the physiotherapist pretty soon. And I don't know, they've got another something in mind here, so it would be nice if I could get something something going so that they can look at it, right? Because I want something that's flexible, so I'll probably have to cut out the knee. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Anyway, I think I'm going to work on it though, right, Amari? Yeah. Air these legs. He's always in pants or sleepers, obviously, because, you know, inside the house is cooler and colder than sometimes outside, especially because, you know, I'm facing north, right? Anyway, be back. I didn't go anywhere. Sometimes I just have to give him his me time, especially when I'm working, you know, on court stuff or whatever it is, right? I tell Amari it's important that I do what I do and that things will get better. But through my travels, you know, I have to, like, slow myself down, literally, and just take the time to hold him and talk to him and, you know, let him, you know, try and just move his body with, you know, me holding him so that, you know, right? Or just this kind of stuff, you know, just connecting. He's got his foot, right, on my knee. Lately, he's been grabbing out at my face, my hair. He's looking. Oh, I think today when we got out of the bathtub and he was looking in the mirror, I've tried to get him to notice himself before and never really connected. But I think today he realized he was looking at himself because he started laughing. I was talking to him and he was giggling. So I think he realized that was Amari in the mirror. Right? So, and then, like, you know, just, I mean, obviously Pampers are easier, right? But, you know, they're made with things, right? And, you know, he's in diaper all the time and then they get a funky smell about them. And, you know, I just have to get on it. So we're going to try this as much as we can, right? I'll just use what I have right now. I don't have time to make rubber pants and all that other stuff in terms of a traditional diaper, right? Go outside and get a bucket, a diaper pail bucket. Yeah. If you use diapers, you need a diaper pail bucket. So yeah, I'm just... Right, Amari? We're just chilling for a minute. Huh? Right. Now, you have to keep in mind, for the last, oh my God, I don't know, 5 days, I've been trying to get him to poo. And he's just been giving me little ones, right? So I'm wondering, are bananas constipating? Because I'm like, what did I give him that kind of bogged him up? Right? And I don't know if it's bananas or what, right? So, you know, I've been fussing with that for the last 4 or 5 days. And, you know, I'm like, you have to spend time with him, right? It's not just simply put him on the toilet, although you can do that for a while and leave him there for a while, but, you know, like later on, he's going back on the toilet, and that will take up an hour or more of my time, right? In terms of, I have to sit with him and, you know, help him sit up straight on it. I'm finding that's kind of starting to make a bit of a difference. I'm thinking to maybe try and attempt to make, like, to change the toilet seat, but I don't know, right? I don't know. I only got 2 choices, and the one I'm using is the one that has only worked for him, but it's hard, where the other one is kind of softer, but it's not in the same shape, so, you know, it's not as good for him. I can't really use it. But he's bigger now, so I'm going to attempt to try the other one to see if that one works too. So, yeah, and then there's food, obviously. That's a big one. right? Dishes, that's the next big one. By the time I'm done all that, there's only so much I can do, right? Obviously, some days I do more, other days I do less. And then I play catch up on days like this, where it's Amari's day, kind of, between filling up the jars and vacuum sealing the meat. But I think, I think it's Amari's day where we should be thinking about working on getting that pattern for to start a prototype for what I want to do with the leather, right? As I give him his me time, right? He's just chilling. All right, Amari, are you just chilling over there? See how he slides down? He just naturally slides down. That's what he does. But boy, oh boy, his legs are strong. They're so strong that when he wants to keep them straight and push on my hands, I can't even bend his legs because he's so strong. And then he lifts his bum up off the bed like 7-8 inches, and he holds himself suspended in the air like that, laughing, thinking it's funny. So where that strength is coming from, I don't know, because clearly you don't see it here, right? I'm wondering what part of the spine, in terms of your spinal column, like what nerve, more than one, is being affected, where it just cuts off the ability to move in a certain kind of way, right? Because when he sticks his legs out and pushes on my hand, because he doesn't want me bending his legs, because I try and do that, I don't know what it's called, but when babies are having a hard time pooing, you go like this with their legs, right? Right? And if he doesn't want me doing that, he'll just stiffen up his legs, lift up his butt, and suspend himself like that. And I can't. I can, but not really, because he's too strong. Like, how is he capable of doing that? But he's not capable of really doing much more. In terms of he can't stand. He can't move around like us. I just don't get it, people. I just don't get it. So maybe when I get caught up with things, whenever that might be, I can study the spine, right? And how the nerves work in it. Because if a person breaks their spine, or they get a bullet in their spine at a certain spot, it can either paralyze them from the waist down, or it can paralyze them from the neck down. To what degree, I don't know. Probably varying degrees. I don't know. So yeah, he's just chilling. Hey, well, he's just chilling. Look how comfortable he is. He's just chilling. A little chili bean. I have to get on this book. I sing the cutest little jingles when I'm with him. I mean, they change from jingle to jingle. Don't ask me what I was singing, because I don't remember. But when I was in the bathtub singing, I'm like, okay, the next time you do this, you're bringing your recorder, and you're going to see what I have to go through just to keep him calm and happy, or try to build in happiness so that he remains calm and he has a positive experience when he's having a bath. Today was a good day. It was very successful, and I was singing quite the little jingle, but yeah, look at him. He just got himself so comfortable. But do you see how he's sliding down? And he won't pull himself back up. the best that he might do is try and sit up, but then he'd plop off the couch. So I have to be alert. But even then, I don't know. He might be able to sit up in this position. He's not too interested in it right now. He's just chilling. He's just relaxing. Are you relaxing in cloth? Cloth diapers, huh? It's like an undershort. Yeah. Yeah. You're a big boy now. Huh? You're a big boy. Right? You're in your pull-ups. Yeah, Nana's got you in pull-ups. Cloth pull-ups. There you go. Right? Yeah, I've changed the battery in that little guy. He loves that little bear. It sings the ABCs. It says, I love you. You singing? Are you singing? Yeah, you singing. You were singing with Nana in the bathtub. Amari was singing with Nana in the bathtub. Sing, sing, sing. Singing with Nana in the bathtub. Singing a happy song. Yeah, that's what I do. When I take him to the bath, I have to sing to him all the time. And then I gotta get on with this Amari little cookbook, right? Because then I should have like a section in there where playtime, for example, like when I put on his shirt, right? He always looks forward for that hand when it comes out on the other end. So when we find the hand, there's that hand. There's that hand. So he doesn't get all stressed out, right? Because you have to remember, when he goes to appointments, they're undressing, right? Wanting him undressed. And because everybody's busy rushing around, it's done with, being fast. And it disrupts it for me. Because then he gets hypersensitive with it. He doesn't want me to do it. But if I bring in the hand, and I say, oh, where's that hand? Where did it go? Where's Amari's hand? Where's your hand, Amari? There's your hand. Yeah. See, he knows people. That's right. That's your hand. See? He knows. See? It's paying off. He associated the word with his hand. It's a milestone. Yeah. Amari has 2 hands now. Yeah. 1, 2. And I think I'm going to end this video pretty soon. I kind of veered off to the left there. Anyway, and then, because I get tired, I move slow, right? But, you got to keep that steady pace. I guess that's the point of the video, is just, and I've said it before, as long as you keep busy and you're doing something productive, right? So in the meantime, we know what I'm trying to do with the cloth here, okay? So, of course, I need something that can go under the blanket that he's laying on so that when he pees, more than likely he will. But we know he associates words with things, because you just seen that when I was going on about the hand, how he brought up his hands. Now, mind you, my eyes aren't as good as I'd like them to be, but it took me a while to see it. And then I noticed it, so I'm pretty sure you can see it. Unless, of course, I've seen something else, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he associated the word hand with his own hands. And he brought his hands up to show me. So that's good, people. It's working. So there's no, it's not his fault, because he can't control his body fluids. But maybe he can. We don't know yet, right? Because he can't associate things with things. So I found this, which will be perfect. So all I have to do is cut off a piece here Now I do want to put a cloth underneath it. Like I want a cotton on this end. And sew it on. Turn it inside out and then right. So he lays on the cloth part or whatever. It doesn't matter. I can flip and or. I can do either way. We'll make a whole bunch of these so that as I'm using more and more cloth diapers wherever he goes, you know, if I'm not using rubber pants, because I don't want to, I don't want him in manufactured diapers like Huggies or Pampers or those kind of, I don't want him in those for the rest of his life any more than I want him in cloth diapers with rubber pants. Now, I'm probably asking a lot, but, you know, there are times when he will pee on the toilet, but then there are times he'll be on the toilet for a long time, and I'll pick him up, and I'll put him on the bed, and then he'll pee. Now, why he does that, maybe I don't know. He doesn't do it all the time. Oftentimes, well, not oftentimes, but there's been more than a few times, I've put him on the toilet, and he's peed pretty much within the first 10, 15 minutes. So it's a hit and miss at this point. All I know is he's going to be much more comfortable in cloth. It's better for him all the way around. Right? So I'll have to work on, I don't have time to sew a cotton on there because what happens is when it comes time to clean, you can just dip the whole thing in water, right? Rinse it off like with a little bit of soapy water and then rinse it off in fresh water and then just hang dry it and it will probably dry really nice and it's durable. You know, I just put it underneath wherever. So whether I use it on the cloth side and he wets and I have to wash it, easy peasy, or because I don't want him always laying on plastic, right? I mean, that's what I said before too. You end up, it becomes laundry, a lot of laundry, right? I seen a video where there was a woman on YouTube who was looking after her grandmother who had a stroke. Anyway, long story short, she was in adult diapers because of that stroke. And apparently you go through a lot of adult diapers when people are in that kind of position. And the garbage bags really begin to pile up. And I know that right now where I'm at in the game, where with Amari's size, I don't like it. No, I don't like it. They pile up. They start to smell. You know, they're made with chemicals, right? You know, right? So more reason to try and get into a new routine, especially if he's associating things. I'm really hoping that he will associate being dry as good. So when he pees, if I catch it, you know, that's when you change him quickly, right? That's how you potty train children. They usually decide that they don't like being in wet diapers. I never used Pampers with my kids. Only on the odd occasion would I have a Pamper in the diaper bag if and when I went out. And even then, I used cloth diapers when I went out. And all my kids were potty trained by 2 or 2.5 years old. Yeah, all of them. Because of cloth diapers. I washed diapers for over 7.5 years. I guess 8 years. If you were to put 2 and 2. I don't know. All I know is all my kids were in cloth diapers and potty trained. Maybe some of them potty trained out faster than 2 years. it works. So I'm hoping he'll associate being dry is nicer than being wet. And as long as you have a system, it's, you know, it's not so bad. To poo is better for him to sit on the toilet because of the gravity. But when he's constipated, nothing works. So I'm a little paranoid right now, because he hasn't been pooing as much as I want him to. No, and I've been trying everything, but nothing's working, right? It takes a lot of hours to just be patient, right? Give me that. Where's that poo? Come on, I want it. I'm rubbing his little tummy. Come on. He's going back on the toilet in a little while. I just thought I'd give him a bath first. Yes, you're just becoming a little smelly belly with your sour milk that you like to shake all over the place. More laundry. Oh, yes. And oh, boy. I have been trying so many ways to try and get him to drink from a cup. And nothing works, people. Nothing works. That new cup with the sippy nipple that's made from silicone, he will take that, but the problem with that, though, is even if it's a new nipple, I don't know what he does, but the holes crack open, so you start getting, you know, it's broken, right? Like, you know, the silicone isn't all in one piece, so, you know, it can break off into little pieces, and, you know, so those nipples I can't use for any length of time, unless you're like constantly watching him and making sure that he's not biting it, because he likes to bite them, right? If I try and use a sippy cup with a hard nipple, he just refuses it. Completely refuses it. And then I went off and bought a different kind of cup with a different kind of nipple. Cost me like $40 for 4 cups. And he refuses to take that. So, you know, I try and use the rubber the rubber nipples versus the silicone nipples, because these ones he'll chew up like real fast. Where the rubber nipples take a little longer, but they deteriorate too. And, you know, I'm constantly checking, and sure enough, he'll bite right through it, and I have to chuck the bloody thing out. You know, I try and give it to him in a cup. I hold him, or just however. You're always fighting with me, right? So in the meantime, I bought a different kind of cup. Not that he'll take it, because he won't take this kind of cup. But maybe if he can hold it for himself and do it for himself, I don't know. But anyway, I bought him a new cup when I went to after court, and I was out and about, right? Went to go mail off those envelopes. I was in Shoppers Drug Mart, so I looked in their baby section, and so we're going to try this cup. So I got him some more cups. But because I can't get him to drink out of anything, I have to make sure he gets his fluids, milk and whatnot, right? And that was the only nipples that they had. Well, this is fast flow, but, you know, we'll see, right? Otherwise, I'm looking at $50 online for 25 nipples with the rubber kind, and even then, they don't last very long, right? And I've been meaning to, just like I've been meaning to put him in cloth diapers, I've been meaning to let him try and put his hands into a bowl of food, right? I'm a little concerned about his wheelchair being right here because it's carpet, but whatever. I don't think, what are you doing? I don't think he'll make too much of a mess versus it being on a vinyl floor, right? But anyway, let's open these up. I just bought them, right? So you can play with food. Let me see what he gets. I'm going to end this video pretty much with this. We'll go into April's box here. There's something I want to show there. So there are 3 different sizes with 3 different colors. So that's good because I have all my plastic jar lids that I ordered for counting. I haven't done with him yet, that are in different colors. So we can match up those lids with the color of the bowls. So that'll be good. He can tell me what color bowl he wants by pointing at it. I tell him, oh, blue, we'll just say, for example, right? And then I'll go get some blue lids. Right? And then stack them beside his bowl. And we can count the blue lids, and he will see the blue with the blue lids. Or we'll do green. Or we'll do purple. And they stick on, so it should work. Right? And here's a different one. This is a different kind. Yeah. Oh my, I can't open it. Don't whine. No whining. I don't want you to whine. No. And I think this one has a little spoon, I think. Yeah. So there's a little spoon. This is actually a good size for him because it's not too long. The only thing is I need to find some kind of a tubing where I could put it into the tubing, like a foamy tubing, cut it to size so that when he grabs onto it, it's nice and round. Right? And then maybe, you never know, he might. Right? And it's nice. This is really nice. And that one sticks on too, right? So, with that, more nipples. And I ended up getting 2 of these. I'm going to try and stick my finger in his mouth more with that thing. So he learns not to bite my finger. Right, Amari? So it keeps you busy, people. And a bottle washer. I don't know where the bottle washer is. Here, look at your new cup. Look, you got a new cup. I mean, new bowl. Here, look at your bowl. Amari's got a new bowl. So anyway. Yeah, a new bottle washer. Right. Washing bottles every day. Every day. That's what I mean. I'm a dish maid. Right? Some nipple washer. I don't know about the nipple washer, but whatever. It'll work. Yeah. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is we'll just look in April's box here. It's right over there. We'll just talk about that. And then we'll end the video. And we'll start fresh. When I'm doing something else in the kitchen. I don't know how. I have to do the meat today for sure. I have to. And I have to fill up the jars that are on the counter. That I have to do for sure. Everything else I have to do too, right? But there's no like real urgency. The meat has to go in the fridge. I don't have a choice on that one. But I got all day to do that, so, and I'm tired. I was tired yesterday. I made myself keep moving around yesterday. Okay, I'll be back. Hold on. Okay, so now I'm down here. I'm on the floor. There's the vacuum sealer. It's a good thing. I would have been running around looking for this thing. I need that today. Alright. This is April's box. Yeah. See? That little doll is still in here. Right? Patiently waiting. I don't even know what's in here. Not too much. This box is empty. That's for the jelly, right? Or whatever. Anyway, we'll work on this over the next few weeks. Right. And then, because I was talking to April briefly today on messages on the video there, I said, well, now that I'm thinking about it, I think we'll add in one more thing. I still have to put the stamps in there. We will give her daughter. Okay. One of these. This is when I used to go out in the courtyard with the kids. Uh-huh. I don't know who made these. Anyway, what does that say? Anyway, you might have to buy some things, April. Alright, one of these. There's leather. Okay. And then, one of these ones. This one's green. I don't know if this is leather. Yeah, it is. You can smell it. Okay. I'll see if I can find a few beads. I don't know about a beading needle. I had them, but I don't know if I can find them, so you might have to order some beading needles. But anyway, right. And maybe a couple of beads or something. I'll figure it out. That's my downtime. I want to put these in their own bag. I should wrap this up too. I'll look for a bag for the little doll. Here, let me take a picture. Peekaboo, I see you. Peekaboo, I see you. Well, I guess I'm not finished yet because you see, this is how it goes now. Now I'm in the kitchen, ready to make Amari's little side dish. And anyway, I've started to use the red lentils. One, because I've been told they're the most easiest one to digest. And two, obviously they cook up quickly, right? So, but I don't know if it's the lentils that are bogging up Amari. I'm thinking maybe bananas. But besides that point, so what we're going to do is yam. Okay, you can either do it with sweet potato or the orange yam. I find that with the orange yam, it's just really tasty. Right? Last time I did this, I did apple, orange yam. Well, no, that's not true because I did red lentils with sweet potato and butter, and I didn't necessarily like it as much as I like the red lentils with the sweet potato and the apple. So I start with the apple and the sweet potato, right? Get it cooking in water. When it's getting almost halfway done, then I take about a tablespoon or so of this. I pick through it, rinse it off, and then I mix it in with there, and I add in at least a tablespoon of butter or so, right? And he loves it. Only this time, I'm thinking I'm going to try something different because it's hard to incorporate, you know, fresh things on the fly, right? So maybe instead of cooking the apple this time, I'm going to peel it, and then I got this little food processor, and I'm going to see if I can process it and see how fine it will make it, right? But I'll cook this, add in some of that with some butter, and if you wanted to, you could add in cottage cheese, or even cheese for that matter. I would use more than likely a sliced cheese because it melts better than a mozzarella, because the mozzarella doesn't, it melts, but it doesn't, it stays stuck together, right? So you need cheeses that kind of melt into a cheese whiz state, right? Cottage cheese, you can mash it and break it down pretty good. So anyway, and then after it's cooked and it cools down a little bit, assuming that I can get this down to where I want it to, I can just blend it in. And then this way he gets his fresh fiber, right? So how long is it going to take me to do all this? By the time I'm done, after everything's cooled and da-dee-da, and you end up using a lot of forks and spoons and knives, and especially if you're taking out from different containers, right? Because you can't take a dirty spoon and put it into a container of something else and then take that same spoon and then take it into another container and continue dipping from container to container. No, each time you go into a new container, no matter what it is, in terms of like mayonnaise and, you know, or hemp seeds or just whatever it is, right? Yeah, these nipples, even these nipples. These nipples I get away with a little longer, but over a period of time they deteriorate. I don't like that. And he chews through them. Right, but I can't get him to drink from a cup just yet. So, one day at a time. And then, what ends up happening, like right now, is I start getting panic attacks. Because I'm not doing things fast enough. In terms of other things that need to be done that I just can't do yet. Like my son wants me to clear out the basement and throw my, well, donate my stuff to Value Village. He came up. Right. When I got back from court, he said, and I'm like, you know, I've been busy. I try and keep on the skin as much as possible. Now, I did scrub it with a brush. I can't really see as much as I'd like to in terms of, you know, when I'm peeling, but I'm still managing. And so we ended up getting into a little bit of a hollering match. And then I reminded him certain things, and anyway. So I gotta get on with that, and because I'm not doing that, making preparations for that, any more than I'm planting my plants in the ground like I need to do. I'm having panic attacks, but I have to do this, right? Now, I don't think these lentils are what constipated him. So I'm going to do this again, just the way I said I was going to do it. Except for putting the apple in, hopefully fresh this time, after I somewhat puree it in this little hand blender thing that I have. So what I do is first I start with the sweet potato, get that cooking. Right. Oh, I love this little pan. It's so cute. It inspires me. And when everything's done, I feed it straight from the pan itself. Usually. Right. So we'll get that started. And then, now whether I give this all to him or I cut it in half and give him half now, half later, depends. It depends what else, you know, how much apple I put in with it, and just whatever else I put in with it, right? Because, you know, I change as I go, right? Sometimes maybe I put cottage cheese in it, but I'm going to stick with the tablespoon. Andre runs off with my stuff. It makes me mad. I'm tired. And when I'm tired like this, I don't move as fast. And I don't move as fast because I have to be careful where, you know, I have to, right? Especially when I'm outside walking around. Because I can't see the ground and I can't see on the pavement where the pavement drops or pops up, right? You know, I can't see it, right? So I have to kind of walk slow and feel the pavement as I'm walking so that I don't miss a step. And now I know why Uncle John liked his cane. I think so. So I do, since I can't find my tablespoon measuring thing here, I do 3 teaspoons, because eventually I'm going to try and figure out the basic calorie count for this particular meal, which is one of his favorites. I figure I'll have a section in Amari's cookbook where it's his favorite dinners or favorite meals or whatever it is, right? Because he has his favorites, right? Although he's normally not picky. So, alright, get it ready. And then when that's half cooked, but then this might be too much. I'm wondering if these are what constipated him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see why it would. But anyway, I'm working on it. He's going back on the toilet later, and I'll have to sit there for an hour, literally, people, off and on. I'll sit for half an hour, 45 minutes, just trying to keep him sitting up so he's not, like, you know, sliding, right? as I did that yesterday, and it helped a little bit, just a little bit. I've been using suppositories, but they're not helping me. They're not helping. Because what happens is, I don't know, Amari's got very large intestines, and I don't know. If they were to give him an emina, like they do at the hospital, he'd have a bowel movement that would be 6 to 8 inches long. And then some. And we're talking thick. For a while there, he was doing really, really good. We were doing really, really good. He was having nice, soft, regular bowel movements. And then, I don't know. I started giving him more banana. I started introducing these things. Jam, sweet potato. I just don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I try not to worry and get these panic attacks. So I get them from different directions, right? And once I bring it to a boil, you can see, because it's a cast iron pan, it cooks really nice on low. And then I'll just do that on low. You can see. And I'll go wash these, get them ready. I'll get the little blender out, get the apple ready. I think I'm going to shred a bit of ginger and put some ginger in this today. I need to get up into my cupboard and get cinnamon, but hold on. So yeah, for flavor and I don't know, nutritional value maybe. Right, just a little bit of flavor, a little bit of nutritional value, a little bit of both. And then if he gets a bite, he'll say, "Give me more." Right? We'll see. It's not that much, but it's just a little bit. I can't see nothing. What can I see? Nothing. And this is where I start using a whole bunch of spoons, knives, forks. Give them a bit of salt. Just a bit. Okay, so now these are half, almost cooked, right? So now I take the lentils, I'll mix them in there, right? Butter right here. See, I'm using another knife. I'll start with that much first. I'll taste see if we taste the ginger in the water here. No, he doesn't even, you can't even taste it. So, let me give it a go. Where did it go? See how I'm moving slow? But I'm having serious panic attacks. All right. I still have to, so after I'm done this, and then after I'm done feeding him, see, I'll just give him a bit more. You can see it's not very much. Alright, then I have to just take all this and put it on my table with all those books. Put it on that table with all those books over there. And I'm going to get into 1 box of cornmeal. I'll fill up these jars. And then once they're done, then I get into the meat. And I'll vacuum seal those. I have panic attacks because, you know, I'm not doing other things, right? And then try to have a coffee, I guess, in that situation just to stay up. Because I was in my little bathroom over there that I use as a storage room for a lot of my cooking stuff. And I got an electric grill out. So after this is all cleared out, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it right there. And I want to grill up some of that meat and have it with salad and French fries. But I'll be too tired to make it all by the time that time comes, people. So I don't know how much I'll get done, but do something. Today is a day, well, the last couple of days really. That's another reason why I don't go out very often, because it just whacks me back. I lose 2 days by going out 1 day. Because I'm so tired, right? We have strawberries downstairs, so later on today, Andre will bring up the strawberries. And I'm going to run them through this little thing. That's what I'm going to do the apples in. It did strawberries okay. And you can have strawberries, fresh strawberries with whipping cream. And if I manage to get the salad done today, right, which I don't know. I'll grind that up for him and he'll get that as well. But that's a long day and I don't have that kind of stamina like I used to. So I just have to pace myself. So then I add in a little bit more water just to boil it for a little while longer to make sure that those lentils are nicely cooked. Now I see something there. I don't know what it is. All I know is it's something dark that doesn't belong in there. I can't see that close though, right? Can't tell what it is. It was just floating. And I did find some cinnamon. And I want cinnamon buns, homemade cinnamon buns. Sticky buns. I want sticky buns. That's another thing I want to do, like ASAP. But no place to make them. Not right now. See? And plus I have to cook the, sorry, wandering away. I have to cook the skin really good. There's a squash from my yard last year, but I'm not getting anything in the ground, people. I've been busy with other things. And the few things that I put out in the front, half of them are already gone, like completely disappeared, or they're just whatever. But I'm not sweating it. When I went shopping, I ended up buying some more. Actually, I need to put those in jars today too. I bought some more frozen peas and frozen mixed vegetables, because when you go to cook them and you rehydrate them, oh, they're really good. So I got them in the dehydrator. They're ready, because I wanted to fill up the jars that I was working on. I haven't done that. So, and I can finish that box and fill up those jars. Take that box downstairs and do something. I don't know, do something. Anyway, I got a long day to go. And then what happens is, as you're going about this, you know, you're looking for that right consistency. Some of these lentils are they're soft, but they're not breaking up as if I was to run it through this little food mill, which I'm now thinking to do. Which means, in that situation, I'm going to take this off this burner now and put it on this burner with the lid on. I'm going to let it sit for another 5 or 10 minutes and just really, because the lid's on, it's nice and hot, and it's cast iron, right? Just to really saturate those lentils with the heat and whatever leftover moisture I have in there at this point. I'll give it and then I have to take off the lid and let it cool down for a little while, right? So I can, because I really want to get in to start using the lentils and stuff like I am with his meals for that calorie count, right? Whether they're lentils, beans, or whatever. I'm just choosing the red lentils because, as a starting point, right? But it can't go in this until it cools down a bit, but I don't want to cool it down too fast because I want to make sure those lentils are fully cooked. And then I don't have to, because I've got it at a consistency where he can cope with it. But I am going to put it through the little food mill just to kind of bring it more to a puree state because of the lentils. And maybe if I do it that way, it will be easier for his gut to digest them, because I'm trying to figure out what backed him up. I don't know if it was the red lentils. I don't know if it was the the bananas, the yam or sweet potato with the red lentils. I don't know. I was giving him meat every day. I don't know. Between chicken and beef, right? I just don't know, people. So anyway, you know, I've been in here now for at least almost 25 minutes, just working on one little frying pan, right? And, but that's the way it goes sometimes, right? I'm trying to narrow it down to a food that's a favorite food, that's nutritional, because after it's all said and done, I will sprinkle a little bit of cashew nut on it with some maple sugar, right? after it's all said and done and almost ready to eat. Just at that baby bear right temperature. Right? I like to give him warm food, and he knows it. Right? That's why I like giving it to him in this little frying pan, because it helps to just keep it at that right temperature of warmness for a little while longer. He just gobbles everything up. Okay, so hold on. See? After I'm done this, see how the silverware starts to pile up? Right, all over. I have to clear off this. Fill up these jars. And then get on with the meat. As I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. Like I said, I want to grill some meat after I'm done getting it in the freezer. And it would be nice if I could do all that without having panic attacks. But I don't know. Life isn't like it used to be, that's for sure. Oh, I'm so tired, I just want to go take a nap. Now, mind you, I get up at stupid hours sometimes, right? 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And I don't even sleep full hours. No. So you see, I've been in here almost an hour just doing this. Right? It really needs to cool a little longer, but I don't have time. And it's only going to take a second anyway to do this, right? And again, it's just for the dehydration part of it. Digestion. For the digestion part of it. In terms of, maybe it's the lentils that are kind of sticky. Right? You know what I mean? I don't know. So, that's probably all it needs. Right. And then what I'll do is I'll give them half. Whew. That was too hot to go in that little thing. And I put the other half. Now, if I was, after everything's more caught up, that kind of stuff, then I could make a bigger batch, right? I could make a bigger batch. Put them in those little 1/4 pint jars, right? And freeze them. And then just pull out a jar when I need it. And use that as a base to build on. Now, I cut up these apples into smaller pieces, so hopefully they'll grind up better. I'm not very good at grinding up food, but I always have to stick my fingers in there and make sure there's no big chunks. I'm going to eventually shop around for a different little blender. Yeah. So this is the apple. So, yeah, that didn't do anything. Those are big. That's no good, people. I don't know. What can I do? I wonder what would happen if I blend it up with this. That didn't do anything. I don't know. Yeah, no, still big chunks in there. Not as many. Oh boy. This is why I want to get a different one of these things, because I don't know. I don't know if it's the product or if these things are only capable of doing so much. Because whatever it's doing, it's not enough. So, now what we're going to do, that's the way it looks. But before I can give it to him, I have to put my fingers in there and feel for larger pieces. And this is where, you know, the whole process itself takes time. Right? Yeah. See? A piece like that, he'd choke on it. But I didn't want to cook the apple. So got most of it. There's only a couple pieces that I can feel. See, even these lentils didn't break down very well in that thing. Right. Now I'm flattening them. I'm trying to figure out what constipated them. I don't want to give up on using red lentils. So maybe I should be grinding them up dry first and then cooking them. Well, like, you know, pick out whatever and then rinse them off and then throw them in that thing and try and grind them up that way, then cook them. Versus, oh, see, there's another apple piece. So this is just another step that I have to go through. Right. Okay. Okay. Yes, my hands were clean. I can taste the ginger just a little bit. This is so good. He loves this. I like the way the apple just makes it perfect. It added the sweetness. Honestly, I don't need to add any maple sugar in it. The apple did the job. Yeah. That's good. This is going to be one of those recipes with modifications in it, in terms of you can do it with sweet potato or you can do it with the orange yam. I like it with the orange yam, but I'll do it with sweet potato too. So now I've got some for later, right? You can see. So I'll give this to him at some point, either today or tomorrow, with something else, right? Maybe with salad and something, right? And I might even cook this a little longer with extra butter. Maybe this one I'll make really, really buttery, and I'll just saute it longer on low with butter, and then turn off the heat with the lid on, little cast iron frying pan, let it just really, really soak into the lentils, and then add around it, right? Where this one here, you can see, is the butter, the ginger, which you can slightly taste, and the orange yam with the fresh pureed apple. And it really doesn't need any maple sugar because the yam did the trick right along with the apple. Now I did want to add in just a little bit of cashew nut because that's where calories are. So you see, this is where I have to get another spoon because all these other spoons are dirty. So by the time you're done doing whatever it is that you're doing, you go through a lot of cutlery. I'm only going to add in that much. I'm just going to sprinkle it around. Well, maybe a little more. Now this has been finely grinded up. I already checked for larger things. And then just for something new, we're going to do a pinch of cinnamon. Just a little bit. See how he takes it. There. Should be fine. Right? So let's go see if he eats it. Okay, now we're going to try this. Oops. It fell off the side here. Alright. You see it? Yeah? Let's see if you like it. Hopefully I got everything that's an issue. What do you think? I don't know. Oh, I got nothing around your neck.
Hi.
Show manners. I have to double check. Yeah. Is it good? It's different, eh? Huh? Is it different? Do you taste the cinnamon?
My belly.
Yeah. Pretty good stuff, huh? Oh, and I missed your mouth. I missed your mouth. No. Just sit. Stop. I don't think I missed anything. Oh boy. Sit up. What are you doing? Okay, come on. Yeah, you see? Even now, I still have to double check for any larger pieces. Yeah, the only problem is I can't see. So that's why I have to use my fingers now more.
You're my favorite friend.
All right.
I love cuddling with you.
But I think I'm going to try and get a little different kind of food chopper because this one, I don't know. It's not that great. It's not what I was hoping for. Let's put it that way. You like this, huh? What do we got in it? We got, what do we got? We got apple, fresh apple. I always tell him what he's having. We got fresh apple. We got yams. Yeah. We got red lentil. And we've got butter. Yeah. We've got a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. And we got, what else do we got? Cinnamon. Oh yes, and we got a little bit of cashew. Just a little bit. Yeah. Yes, we do. You like it, huh? It's good, isn't it? Yeah. This is one of his favorites. Along these lines. But I don't know. I don't know. I need to work with these red lentils more. Maybe what I need to do is pre-cook them. Maybe I should be pre-cooking them in a separate pot. Alright, I don't know. Versus cooking them right with the food. Where are you going? Stop sliding down. You're sliding down again. See how he slides down? Good, eh? Yeah, this is one of your favorite. This is gonna go under one of your favorite foods list. All right. Now, once I get it fine-tuned, I'll make more in bulk. I'll freeze something, whether it's I cook the lentils by themselves and freeze them in jars so that they're mostly cooked by the time I'm ready to use them, or whether I do the whole thing and freeze it, and then when I'm ready to use it, then add in something as a side dish to it, whatever that may be. Because if it was already pre-made, frozen in those little jars, it would go a whole lot faster. Right? And with his appetite getting bigger, you know, I can add in something else. No. Stop sliding down. No, stop it. You do it. Don't stop that. You're doing that on purpose. I know you. No, stop it. Yeah, you want more, huh? You like it, don't you? I know you do. I still have to make these bibs. So many things I have to do. Yeah, here, hold on. There you go. Can you see? I don't know. Where are we? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Featuring Amari. Are we featuring Amari? I don't know. You see, something like this, I'd put in a bowl when the time comes, right? But obviously it's going to get real messy when that time comes. Right. I just don't have time to be cleaning up that kind of a mess. Not yet. No. And I'm a little reluctant to have him get it real messy on this. I don't know how messy he'll get. I don't want to ruin the wheelchair. Oh, stop. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay, here. I have to go slow. I can't see his mouth. I don't see very well. But we manage. Don't bite the spoon. It's good, eh? Yeah, stop biting the spoon, okay? I don't know, he just started doing that lately. He'll stop. If I say it enough times, don't bite the spoon. Sometimes I have to raise my voice a little bit. Stop it. This gets hard doing this kind of stuff all the time. Right here, like I told him yesterday, he keeps me exercising. Right. Don't ya? You keep your grandma exercising. I exercise every day. I'm lifting something with you. Yeah. It's like lifting weights every day. Every day. I don't have to go to the gym. Nope. Amari's my little gym. Yeah. That's pretty good stuff, huh? So we had yam, red lentils, butter. Oh, ginger. There's ginger in there too. Ginger. Salt. Apple. Fresh apple. And what else did we have? And some cashews for those calories. Yeah. Right. There you go. See, then he knows now it's empty, right? And then he just kind of gets cocky with me. Right? Well, now let's see if I can get one more out of that. Andre's going to go downstairs and go get the strawberries pretty soon. I think I'm going to give you some strawberries in a little while. With some whipping cream. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. There you go. Good boy. You're going to get a little bit of milk now. Now I could technically because he seems like he's still hungry.
Let's sing the alphabet song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
This is just, what is this? I think that's just the, what's going on with this? This is good. Oh man, this is so good. I like this too. Yeah.
Can you bark like me? Hi, I'm Scout.
See, he can eat that. Mmm. You just savor it, don't you? Yeah. You taste the ginger in this one. Yeah, you can taste the ginger in this one. Yeah. I think this one's just the yam and the ginger and the red lentils with a little bit of butter. This one doesn't have the apple. I'm giving it to him because he seems hungry. But I'm wondering if it's going to constipate him more. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. We'll just give you a few more bites and then you can have some milk. And we'll give you some of this later. Just you can finish the rest of it later. I try and give his stomach time to digest, but good stuff, eh? Okay. There's really not that much left. I mean, look how much is left. Not very much. But it might be, I don't know, maybe it's too starchy. Alright, in terms of bonking him up. Otherwise, he'll eat it all. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll eat it all, won't you? I find basically a full little frying pan full of food is pretty good for him. That wasn't full because I took out some of this, right? Maybe this will push everything out. What do you think? I don't know. I need to get some cod oil. You know, cod oil in capsules. Here's an idea. Yeah. Open up the capsules and put the cod oil in with his meal. I bet you that would help. Yeah. It'd be good for him too. So next time I go out shopping, I'll look for some cod oil. I don't think I have any. We'll try that. Stop biting the spoon. And you're lifting your bum up. Why? Yeah, you want to fly? You're going to go. See how many times I have to pick him up. Put him back. Stop it. You're doing that on purpose. There you go. Okay, we're almost done. Here, you might as well finish it. It's done now. There's only a few more bites. You got it? Yeah, you got your way. You got your way. Yeah. Are you my little ginger baby today? Yeah. You liked it, didn't ya? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, any other ideas what I can blend these lentils in with that might be less constipating than, say, maybe a yam or a sweet potato? Right? Like, I don't know. Okay. Whoops. See? Done. Okay. I'll end this video now. Mm-hmm. I'll get you some milk. And a rag. I didn't bring a rag. No, hold on. I don't use these to wipe his face, but I will wipe his shirt a little bit here because he's kind of getting it on there. Either put paper towel there or a face cloth or whatever, but I didn't have it. There. Sit. Sit, sit, sit. What? You're whining. Stop whining. Don't grow up to be a whiner. There you go. You can sit up for a while. Sit up so you can digest that. I'm going to go get you some milk now. Okay? You get some milk. And yes, you'll get it in a bottle. Because I'm not stressing out over it right now. Nope. And I changed them. These are those diapers. Where am I? They're just these kind. Anyway, we're working on it. Right? So now I'm down, now I was looking for a diaper pail bucket. Now I'm looking for a diaper pail bucket, people. I think so, eh? Mm-hmm.